Now, before I get into this, I just want to say that the idea of YouTube is genius. My generation is obsessed with having an audience. That's why Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they've struck it huge because everyone is looking for some sort of recognition on the internet, and these platforms provide it. Same logic applies to YouTube. That is why YouTube has gone huge. While the idea behind it is great, YouTube is shit. Now, whether you think it's bad now or it's slowly getting to a point where it's horrible, that's up for debate. But I think a safe statement would be YouTube is not what it used to be, and that is not a good thing. Now, I'm going to be generalizing in this video, so if you ever feel like I'm attacking a certain content creator that you appreciate, just know that I'm probably not. And at the end of the day, it's still up to you to decide whether or not you still want to watch that content creator. I am just here to make a statement. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is clickbait. Remember when clickbait used to be like a little lie in the title that was sort of misleading, but it still had relevance to the video? Yeah, I do too. But you remember that clickbait now that allows you to blatantly lie in your title and still manage to get a positive like to dislike ratio? Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Jed. Now, I know this is an extreme example, but I just recently found out about this guy, and it should not be allowed. I really don't think people like this should be allowed on this platform. But that is just my personal belief. If you have no respect for your fans and you want to manipulate little children, that is fucking sad, and you should not be on this platform. Now, if you've never heard of this guy, I'll be surprised, but you're in for a treat. He doesn't use clickbait. He uses fucking lying and still manages to get good like to dislike ratios and millions of views. So let's take a look at one of his videos. Let's see what I'm talking about here. In the title, you can see this is called "This Video Will Be Deleted in 48 Hours." If you can look at, you know, it's been up for more than that. From this screenshot right here, this raises so many red flags, and I'm not even watching the video. Conveniently 10 minutes long, has 6 ads on it. The title is a fucking lie. The description conveniently says, "Getting GTA 6 early is a headache," which is adding tags to his video, so when people look up GTA 6, this video comes up. And also, there's a fake giveaway. How do I know it was fake? Well, I answer that with a question. Do you really think someone who would put 6 ads into a 10-minute fucking video would be willing to give $200 away? Yeah, I don't think so either. And don't even get me started on the thumbnail. I could recreate that shit in 10 minutes in Photoshop. Now, I understand this is an extreme example and this doesn't represent all YouTubers. But have you seen the like to dislike ratio? People are accepting of this. And I'm sure it's little kids, but that is fucked up to manipulate little kids into thinking that this is actually true. That person should be ashamed of themselves and YouTube should get rid of them. Now, if there is a disclaimer in that video saying this is satire, I genuinely apologize because I didn't do my research that much. I looked in the description, I watched about a minute. I did not want to watch that much and generate this guy the revenue that I so desperately don't want him to have. Now, okay, why is this shit happening? I'm not just talking about him. I haven't really known about him very long. He might have been doing this for years in the past. But anyway, why are people blatantly lying like this and getting away with it? Well, YouTubers have lost their paycheck. Ever since that ad boycott, no one has gave a shit about YouTube anymore. And for the record, I actually quit before the boycott, so don't give me that shit. Now, I remember returning a few months after the boycott and seeing how much a video would make that did just about as well as my other videos. It was sad. I only made like a fifth of what I used to make. And I mean, I don't depend on the income. It's not my motivating factor because I really don't make anything. But for someone that does depend on it, I can understand, you know, that killing your motivation to do YouTube, or at least to do it well. I could understand it. They're used to getting this amount a paycheck, and then just to suddenly have that cut in a fifth, that would suck. And kind of the same logic applies to my situation with YouTube. I used to create content that would get several thousand views, sometimes 10,000, you know, sometimes it would go, you know, big for me. And it was a payoff. It felt good to like have that many people watch my video. And, you know, eventually the content I was making, it wasn't me. It wasn't, you know, I like to create comedy and this shit wasn't comedy. It got boring. I didn't want to do it anymore. And then I come back ready to make the content that I fucking care about. And I was so used to 10,000 views on a video and like just to get like a couple hundred, I mean, it was demoralizing that I pick up my shit, I make better content, but it doesn't do as well because let's face it, good content is not trendy on YouTube. People are not into seeing good content anymore because it doesn't exist anymore. The content creators that give a shit about YouTube and they want to put out good fucking content, people don't watch because people don't see it anymore. They're not looking for it anymore. And that is what angers me, and that is what drove me to make this video. It is no longer a place where you can test your creativity. It's no longer a place where you can enjoy what you do every single day. It is now a place where you have to lie to get to the top. And if you lie first, you're in the lead. My name is Jed. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, everybody.